Welcome to the next part of my sketchbook tour. I apologize in advance for any weird noises you may hear in the background. My dad is currently using power tools to try and build stuff in the backyard, and it's very loud. So this is a drawing I did from memory. I wasn't using a reference of Chloe from that one video game with the two lesbians. Pretty much is all I can think of. One of them has blue hair. Everyone knows what I mean when I say that. It's like Calm Before the Storm, there's time travel, etc. It came out decent. I made her shoulders like quite a bit too wide, but the rest of the body proportions look okay. This was a drawing I did, which I didn't think I could call an original drawing, but I guess you can. I copied the line art exactly from an Alice in Wonderland book, as in the original one, like the one that doesn't have as many pictures. Excuse me. Except for the hair, which I freehanded pretty much. Well, like, it's all freehanded. I just, like, used it as a reference and then, like, copied it exactly. But I did the colors really different and interestingly, and I tried to make her look like an alien or like a demon, but then the pig was really natural, and then I didn't color in the pig's hat thing. But I think it looks super cool, and I'm really happy with how it came out, even though she doesn't look human, because that's what I was going for. This was a drawing I did, and this is flowers, not a gun. For some reason, everyone who sees it thinks it's a gun for like 3 seconds. First of all, I think that the face of the person looks like that girl from Monsters vs. Aliens, which was unintentional because I used no references for this, which I probably should have because it's a bride in a wheelchair, if you're not able to tell. And it was inspired by a picture I saw online, and also several people who I watch on YouTube who have some disabilities and need to use mobility aids occasionally, such as wheelchairs. And I was like, representation, let's do some of that. So I did, and am really happy with how it came out, or turned out. I don't know how you want to do it. This is supposed to be a female scientist. Again, something I don't think you see very often, and I intentionally left it all white. I didn't want to have it all colored, but she's wearing a sweater vest and some jeans, and then she's a cool mohawk and one earring, and I was like, wow. And then a lab coat, and I just thought she looked like a really cool butch lesbian. If you wanted her to be that, that's fine. And she also has this tiny little nose, which I really like. Anyway, the point was trying to make her look like a female person, but not someone who's trying to be super feminine, but still, like, doing something you don't necessarily have a lot of representation about women in either, which, yeah. This is a naked person. Well, actually not completely naked because they're wearing underwear, but I was just working on trying out drawing some different body types again, and they have a tattoo right here, which I think looks super cool. Also, their body is like a color gradient because I was playing with colors again. I do that a lot. I think it came out really well, though. This is a not human thing. It's like half spider, half person, and the reason it only has 6 of these is because it has the arms, but I think it would look much more spider-like if I gave it 8 of these. Also, the transition between the round part and the human part was kind of hard to do. This was inspired, again, completely no references for this, but it was inspired by a conversation I had with my friends about humanoid monsters. Also, there's a road outside my house, so it's being really loud right now. Okay, someone just drove a 4-wheeler down the street. This is practicing different patterns that we would use for a major project that we did, and then we had to find different symbols from different cultures. So this is a bird that is from Polish culture. The feather is a Native American cultural design, and then this was a Celtic cultural design that I did use in my picture. This is sketches for a different project. This project I was making out of clay, and I ended up only making the head, but I really wanted there to be cool different textures, so like that kind of texture, but a round face like this. So it was supposed to be a changeling, and then excuse all this noise. I'm so sorry. There was an outfit and a body that I designed for it, but I decided not to give it to it in the final product. And then this was for my fashion design class. And so this was the basic sketches for the 3 outfits that I designed on paper. And they were like the inspirations for them were the different flags that I identify with. The pansexual flag, the asexual flag, and the non-binary flag. I'm pan-romantic, but they're the same flag, I believe, as far as I'm aware at this moment. So this was the basic sketches for them. And then this is the much more detailed one with like tiny bits of color swatching before the final. The shoes came out better in the final, I think, and I changed some of where the colors went, but the whole outfit looks really cool and I'm really happy with it. And then this, again, the final came out way better than this one, but it's the non-binary one, and I wanted to make it really like spiritual looking. I'm not sure how to say what I'm trying to say, but if you look at it and you understand the vibe that it's giving off, then great. I don't actually know what happened to the paper with my final on it, sadly, but I will show it to you if you want to see it later. Remind me in the comments. This is a drawing I called Inside Out, and I was feeling like very, I don't know, it had to do with like how I was feeling at the time. So it's a representation of like how someone feels versus how they look on the outside. Kind of like body dysmorphia, I guess. Interpret that how you want to. This, I don't know what this was. I was just practicing sketching weird different things. I think it was the basis for the dress that we designed. It was made of paper. So we made a paper dress on a dummy, and then we on like a dress form, and it got put up in the school hallways. It's still there actually right now. Well, not anymore because it'll be summer by the time this goes up. But it came out decent. I like the top a lot more than the bottom. The bottom was the part I designed, so I'm not as happy with it as I could be. But it was a group project, and I have a very hard time working with other people. So, not that we didn't work together at all, but I also took too much cold medicine at the beginning of the project, so I didn't actually help as much. This was the basis sketch for the project that needed to be using cultural symbols. And I also don't know where that went either, but I know I got them back, so they're probably in somewhere. And it's my face and my hands, but then I gave myself a bird tattoo. I was gonna have birds coming up like this. I wanted it to look like my face was in front of a maple leaf, then the bird is also here, and then my hair would be made of feathers, which would make the whole thing be that Celtic symbol. So it would kind of, the whole thing would curve like this. Like it would be like part of the picture, I guess. I don't know if it ended up looking exactly like that. I kind of just did what I wanted to and didn't exactly do what the teacher said, so I don't think I got the greatest grade. This is things we were looking at pictures and trying to say what they made us think of or like describing them. Here's another sketch for that same picture. I'm not going to turn it sideways though. And then there's areas for a third sketch, but I didn't do it. This is the written description of that. And then this is the written description and thumbnail sketches of a different picture that I took reference photos of myself for, but I never actually finished drawing. But it sounded really cool at the time. I just never had the motivation to finish it. And I'm going to pause it here because it's been 10 minutes. And you guys can see the rest of the sketchbook and the third installment of my sketchbook. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.